Well, let's get some more response from the ANC now. Joining me is spokesperson Jackson Mthembu. Thank you so much for joining us. So just reading through your statement, the ANC equally demands that the final report be released to the public as a matter of extreme urgency. Is that an instruction?
Well, we can't instruct the public protector.
But you're demanding.
Definitely, like all South Africans, you see, you can't find somebody guilty through snippets of leaks. Give us the whole report. Let's make our mind, both as the ANC and as South Africans. But we are not only speaking to the public protector.
Surely it's up to the public protector to decide when she releases her report, because she does have to wait for those responses from the implicated and affected parties.
Definitely. We are not saying that she must change the processes that are prescribed by law. But we are saying, first of all, we are very concerned about the leaks, particularly from her office. Because this is not the first one. There have been so many others.
But back to my question, by demanding that you release the report with immediate effect, extremely urgently, you are asking her to circumvent that process.
No, we have not said so. We are saying, based on the prescripts of the law and our constitution, when all is done, public protector release the entire report. And we're not only saying that to her, we are also saying this to the investigation that was carried out by Interministerial Committee. They only released the findings. We are saying, give us the whole report. Those ones, they have no excuse to say that they are still going to consult whoever. The report is there. Give us the entire report so that we all as South Africans and as the South African society and as the ANC are able to read what are the basis for coming to particular findings and conclusions.
Did you, Jackson, as the ANC, raise similar concerns with the security cluster ministers when they took the public protector to court in what seemed like a delaying tactic in itself?
But by the way, we were not party to somebody taking anybody to court or not to court.
Sure, but did you raise that as a concern? Because that too was another delay.
No. Can we just say what we are worried about in the main? How this particular investigation has been handled. Probably by all concerned, including any people in government. That's why we're saying to government itself, release your own report. And to the public protector, release the entire report so that we don't find the president of the ANC guilty on the basis of snippets of this report leaked to the media.
One of the reasons that was cited by cabinet ministers for not releasing all that information is because they deemed that information to be classified. Are you now asking them to declassify everything? Let's see what's in there.
We have not said so as the ANC. All that we have said, you see, the problem is that we should not hide behind certain terminology to deal with the integrity and the image of the president of the ANC. We're asking some very simple questions. Who requested for these upgrades in the first place? Did Zuma request? Did he request some swimming pool in his home state? All these issues, in our view, we believe by divulging who started this investigation, what was the reason for starting, and what was the features, that does not constitute any security threat to
You have
President
said, though,
Zuma.
that you want even that interministerial task team to release its full report.
Definitely.
I'm asking now, if that information, which they deem classified, has to be released to the public, do you want it to be declassified? Must we just let everything out?
As the ANC, we are saying we wanted the full report. How they do that? Because you see, we don't sit in cabinet. We don't know what are the methodologies of releasing classified reports. They will know better. But South Africa wants to know what report came out of the interministerial report, and we want to know, we don't have that report, but what report came out from the investigation of the public protector, so that South Africans can then say, oh, these are the basis for these findings, and that will deal with whatever perceptions that have been created by leaks in the media.
Let's talk about the leaks, because you're quite concerned about it. The Secretary General, as well as Jesse Duarte, also talking today, suggesting that the leaks are definitely coming from the Public Protector's Office. Do you have evidence to back that up?
You see, if the leaks were not coming from that office, first of all, the authority on these reports is the Public Protector. Obviously, she must take the flag for the leaks. Secondly, we have not seen her being agitated by these leaks. Before this recent one, by the way, there was an earlier one where she even responded that people will be disappointed. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are worried about leaks, why would you then not even ensure that investigations are carried out?
But you don't have conclusive evidence to suggest that the leak actually came from the Public Protector's Office.
Her conduct and her posture.
But that's speculative.
Of course, we will say so. It's speculative.
Okay.
We have no proof that it came from her office, but she is responsible for this report. And some snippets of this report that have since appeared in some newspapers in South Africa. And she must take full responsibility because it's a report that comes from her office.
And in a sense, she seems to have taken some responsibility because she mentioned measures that she's now going to introduce to tighten what happens when it comes to provisional reports. Let me finish my question, Ms. Mthembu. One of the other things she says in her statement that it's curious that the leaks only happened after she had shared her provisional report with the security cluster. Will you be putting the same questions to them about the leak possibly having come from them?
Definitely, whoever was responsible for the leak, but you'll understand the authority on this report. You'll agree with me, Nikki, that is the Office of the Public Protector. Now, this has been consistent. There are other reports, by the way, that have also been leaked. We don't know, very opportunistically. But let's deal with this particular one. There were earlier leaks where the Public Protector herself did not necessarily condemn the leaks. Instead, she said people will be terribly disappointed by the outcomes. Now, I would have expected her to say that I'm going to investigate and even nip these leaks in the bud, but that has not happened. Okay. She has not shown concern for these leaks. Okay. Maybe she's showing them now because we have been...
All right. Let's just move on. In your statement last week, you said that as the ANC, we believe and know that President Zuma is not responsible for any wrongdoing with regard to Nkandla. Is that still the case today?
By the way, we have a report that emanated from the investigation carried out by government. One of their findings is exactly what we have put there. One of the findings of the Interministerial Committee Task Team was that there was no involvement of President Zuma in using state money to build anything that belongs to him.
What questions were put to the President this weekend?
But by the way, the President did not constitute or allow these investigations to be carried out, and they were not carried out by him.
Did you raise these questions with him at the weekend at this meeting?
We are saying that authorities that are tasked with these investigations, they are sitting with the reports. Can they make them available?
At this weekend's meeting, where you discussed clearly these matters, what questions were put to the President?
I'm not an official, by the way.
What response did he give?
You're asking a wrong person. I'm not an...
Can you read
our statement?
You speak for the party.
No, our statement says the officials, amongst other things that they want to be ventilated in the public domain, is this issue of this leaked report.
Were those questions put to him?
I will know. I'm not privy of any question, but all I know is that Jacob Zuma was not party to the investigations of the Public Protector, neither was he party to the investigations carried by the state organs.
Thank you so much for your time.
Know more about your world.
eNCA.com